Left to the body, right to the head.
Left hand, right hand got
nice.
through.
There you go. Oh, he's got him. That's it.
Hey guys, it's Lockie Burke. I'm going to be taking my brother Marcus Burke, who is the current Victorian, Australasian and South Pacific K1 Kickboxing Champ. We're going to be taking him through one of his fighter-specific conditioning sessions, which gets him in fighting fit preparation for his big fights.
This is one of my conditioning sessions for the week. Watch me get into it.
We have Marcus just in the back there, getting warm for his session that we're about to put him through, but we're going to be working through a Tabata style program, which involves 10 stations, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds recovery, for 8 sets in total. We're only going to have a minute rest between sets, which gives us a total duration of 40 minutes for the session. We're going to be looking for Marcus to be hitting his peak and maximum heart rates, especially in the 20 seconds of work. The 10 seconds recovery allows him just to recover enough so he can keep up the hard work and momentum throughout the whole session. So we're about to start his first session. He's just about to finish his warm-up and then we'll get stuck into it. All right guys, we have station 1, the bench press. So we have 8 sets, again 20 seconds on, 10 seconds recovery. And you'll notice that the bar is quite light. So what we're looking for is Marcus really pumping out the reps. You'll notice explosive, pushing fast, thrusting the bar and working hard for the entire 20 seconds. Set 3. We're looking for an average of around 20 reps within the 20 seconds. So that's a rep every 20 seconds. There's a good chance Marcus will be more around the 20 to 30 reps in the first few sets, but that will taper off as we are getting towards set 6, 7, and 8. Set 3. We're looking for an average of around 20 reps within the 20 seconds, so that's a rep every 20 seconds. There's a good chance Marcus will be more around the 20 to 30 reps in the first few sets, but that will taper off as we are getting towards set 6, 7, and 8. That's 3 down, we have 5 to go. Set 4. Only a 15 kilo bar, so with a barbell, essentially one of our lighter bars, but again, we're not looking for weight, we're looking for speed and power. So maintaining that explosiveness in each press and each push that he's doing.
It adds up.
Let's see if we can get a total of 20 reps this set. Set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, maybe a 28th rep in there. Marcus has just come off his last fight where he won the South Pacific title. So he is in fighting fit shape. So we are expecting Marcus to train nice and hard tonight. Good. Is this set 7 or 8?
I never keep count.
Okay, second last set.
It's always a surprise.
Set 7. Pushing through. You'll notice Marcus still maintaining his intensity throughout the reps. Hasn't slowed down at all, but he's feeling it more and more. You can tell by the look in his face that this bar's really starting to burn. He also gets these insane veins and definition popping out when he is, you know, pushing to his limits. He's in good form, the boy. Nice work, nice work. 3 seconds. 2, 1, nice.
Now, I hope that's it.
So that is set 1. The bench press is over now. We are now moving on to a TRX, where he's going to be working the complete reverse muscle groups in the back and shoulders. Set 1, exercise 2, TRX row. Big things we're looking for in this, almost a counter to the bench press in the back and shoulder movement. We're looking for these shoulder blades squeezing together as a big focus. In boxing, predominantly, and kickboxing, predominantly you are forward of your shoulders, so it's really important posture-wise to always work on the posterior chain with the back and shoulders. Also, it's extremely important in the retraction of your movements to have nice strong back and shoulder muscles. Set 1, exercise 2, TRX row. Big things we're looking for in this, almost a counter to the bench press in the back and shoulder movement. We're looking for these shoulder blades squeezing together as a big focus. In boxing, predominantly, and kickboxing, predominantly you are forward of your shoulders, so it's really important posture-wise to always work on the posterior chain with the back and shoulders. Also, it's extremely important in the retraction of your movements to have nice strong back and shoulder muscles. Nice. Good. Again, we are looking for intensity and work rate. We're not looking for strength, so we're not doing chin-ups and pull-ups. We are looking for high reps, which will reenact the fighter muscle fibers, essentially, that we're going to need to get Marcus in fighting fit shape. Nice work. Fantastic, set 3 over. With the Tabata style training, we're looking at intensity. We're up to set 4. Each set is going to get harder and harder. Again, we have 8 sets in total, and each set will increase in intensity of the muscles and the heart rate, fatigue, and increase. So set 4, we're halfway through the Tabata style workout. The TRX alone is an awesome piece of equipment. We can do a lot of work with it, but the TRX Row is one of our favorites for Marcus's fighter training. Set 5, 3 sets to go. Good, set 6. You'll notice again, Marcus is able to maintain the work rate due to being in fighting fit shape. Again, he did fight only 2 weeks ago, so he is in great shape at the moment. He is able to maintain the intensity throughout these 8 sets. We're looking for a little bit more in the last 2 though. Set 7, last set, set 8. You'll even just notice in the grit in Marcus's face with this last set, that set 8 is burning. It is designed to hurt, but get the benefits ultimately. Last handful of seconds. Nearly there, nearly there. Time. Moving on, exercise 3 is the barbell squat. So we're starting to transition into some leg work. We're about to start set 1 any second now. We're looking for that barbell sitting on the shoulders. Again, with the Tabata style and the fighter style of training, we're looking for explosive power. So we're looking at Marcus getting range in his legs and exploding up. Getting range in his legs, exploding up. And that continuous work rate and intensity throughout the whole 8 rounds. Set 2, this is going to be one of the intense exercises that Marcus has in his program. Anytime you target the legs, the heart rate is going to go through the roof. So we can expect to see Marcus working really hard throughout the 8 sets with the barbell squats. Set 2. Moving into set 3. Fantastic, managing to get 10 reps inside the 20 seconds there, which is a great work rate. Kickboxing, obviously using your lower body, needing to get that explosiveness through the legs for powerful kicks, but to also build up some muscle, so when you take leg kicks and some damage, that it definitely helps build some armor throughout the legs. Ultimately, having strong legs for a kickboxer is super important, so we will make sure that we implement leg work throughout the whole program, throughout the Tabata conditioning training. Moving into the back half, set 5. See if you can get another 10 reps out. That's 4, that's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got an 11th rep in that set. So set 2, Marcus was at 10 reps. Set 5, he's still maintaining 10 reps. 3 to go. Set 6. The back half, set 5, 6, and 7, and 8 is when it really kicks in and it really burns. So maintaining the effort and intensity is vital for Marcus. 2 to go. Set 7. Good. Final set, set 8. We're going to check in on this set and see if Marcus can get a total of 10 reps, which is what he has been maintaining throughout the 8 sets of Tabata. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set, so we push our hardest. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's already 10. That's 11. That's 12. And 12 on set 8. So Marcus, if anything, increasing it throughout the 8 sets. So well done. All right, moving on. Our 4th exercise is the torsionated twist. A fantastic exercise in fighter conditioning, focusing on rotating through the core, the entire body, and again, incorporating as many muscle groups as we can in one exercise. Rotating through your hooks, kicks, punches, everything in kickboxing. So make sure we mimic those movements in our fighter training. The torsionated twist is one of our favorites for this and is nearly incorporated in every one of Marcus's sessions. Big thing we're looking for is the rotation through his midsection. You'll notice how he is twisting through his entire body in this movement, which again reenacts that fighter conditioning and essentially fighter-specific movements. Nice. A tip with this one is you'll notice Marcus's feet are twisting with his entire body. So not only is he twisting through his core, but his feet are twisting, they're moving, his hips are twisting, and he's rotating through that entire movement, which you will notice moving into fighter-specific movements, such as your hook and your kicks, that you are pivoting through all of these movements. You got 3 seconds. The bar we have here is 20 kilos, so it's a 20 kilo bar. With the bar being on a slight angle, he's not going to be lifting 20 kilos essentially, but as he does twist through this movement, the weight does change. So it's important that he stays strong through the whole body and the core, to not let that bar also pull him over in the movement, and to stay nice and strong through that midsection so he can maintain that rotational plane of movement that he's got. Pushing through. Things you would expect to burn in this movement is the core. You can definitely feel it throughout the shoulders, but the lungs and the heart rate is going to increase. This is a tough movement, the torsionated twist.
You find out that there are more important things than high school football games. And because you're 17, you wonder why. Why the things
Moving into the last couple of sets.
stop wars, teach people how to read. And the only answer they get from our generation is we tried and we failed. And when you're 17, you failure something that happens to somebody else. And then you're not 17 anymore.
5 seconds. Again, Marcus being able to maintain this intensity throughout the 8 rounds is fantastic. We're looking to ramp it up the last couple of sets here, but Marcus is working hard tonight in this week's fighter conditioning session. Halfway, 10 more seconds. And time. That is exercise 4. We are now moving on to exercise 5, which is the medicine ball push press. We are strict with the 1 minute rest, so that just never changes, or that doesn't deviate. Marcus only ever gets 1 minute rest in his fight, so we apply that to his training, that he only ever gets 1 minute rest. If anything, sometimes we have less than that. But today we've got 1 minute rest. So we're going to be over here now, setting up for Marcus's medicine ball push press. So similar to the bench press, but we have a 6 kilo ball now instead of a 15 kilo bar. So if anything, we're looking for a greater amount of reps throughout this movement, and to get that extreme burn. Again, we're looking to create fast twitch muscle fibers in the shoulders, so we train that way. We're really looking at getting a lot of reps out with a high intensity. Just before I mentioned that Marcus has a minute rest, just to clarify with that, we've only got 30 seconds today. So we're only having 30 seconds between stations, so we're keeping the work rate up extremely high. The benefits of doing that in Marcus's fights, he has a minute rest, so we're only giving him 30 seconds. So when he does get into the ring and has a minute rest, perhaps it does feel a little bit longer and he does recover a little bit better. So we're working extremely hard today. More so in this exercise, we're looking at 30 plus reps. So unlike the barbell there, we were looking at 20 reps. With the medicine ball here, we're looking at 30 plus reps per 20-second interval. One of Marcus's big attributes as a fighter is his punching power and speed. He has knocked out and hurt a lot of opponents with his hands. So this is something we definitely work on in his training, and we believe these exercises that we are applying does have a big factor with that. So the medicine ball push press, a fantastic exercise in Marcus's conditioning fighter training. You'll notice Marcus is lying on a kick shield here. So the benefits of doing that as opposed to being on the floor is simply the range of movement you get by being on a bench or having some back support. If he was only on the ground, his elbows would only be allowed to, or they'd be restricted of the depth they can go to, so Marcus can get that full range press with the medicine ball. And it's a little bit more comfortable as well. Good work. Again, we're at the back end of the Tabata rounds, so expect Marcus to be feeling it more and more each round and to be working harder and harder. The burn's starting to kick in, but if we can still maintain that 30 plus reps, we know we're on track. That's 15. It's 20. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. 35. So, still maintaining the 30 plus reps, 35 on that set. We've got our final 2 sets to go, so.
He lied. He lied.
Cut. Finished. Okay, so we're in the back half of Marcus's Tabata rounds. Exercise number 6 is the battle ropes. Moving into the back half, we're focusing on more cardio-based exercises. So we're going to expect Marcus's work rate to be amplified through these next 5 exercises. We have the battle rope, sledgehammer, assault bike, skier, and rower, if I'm correct, as the last 5 stations. So they're going to be tough, but we're going to see Marcus work really hard through these last 5 stations. The battle ropes being an essential tool in the kickboxing fighter training. It targets absolutely everything. Big focus, again, on the core, the shoulders, even in the position that Marcus is in throughout the battle ropes. You know, there is some leg work involved, but essentially we're looking at getting the heart rate and work rate through the roof and hitting those peak zones throughout each 20-second interval. Happy for Marcus to switch it up between the single and double movements, but we are looking for intensity. So if that is in single or double arms, not too stressed today, but we're looking for these battle ropes working hard throughout the entire 20 seconds and the overall 8 sets of Tabata work. Again, I mentioned in the intro that Tabata training is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. It is fantastic for hitting your peak heart rates that you do get when being in the ring, with the added addition of adrenaline and being in that ring, having that fighter, I guess, rush go through your body. So hitting that 90% plus, we keep talking about the max heart rate zones. We can really get that out of Tabata style training. So keeping up the great work. We're at the back end of these 8 sets now. Nice work. You know, another thing is as well that you'll notice each set getting harder. It is a little case of the lactic acid building up. So when being in the ring, your body does get heavy, your shoulders get heavy, you are throwing lots of punches, lots of kicks while getting hit. So being able to push past that threshold is something that we're looking for as well. So the 8 sets of that, you know, we can really expect to see, you know, those improvements through applying Tabata training in your fighter conditioning workouts. Last one. Last one.
That was a good question. It's a surprise.
Hey. That is 6. Again, we only have 30 seconds, so moving on. At 6, we have the sledgehammer. Very similar to every exercise we've got. Full body, again, rotating through the core, slamming through the shoulders, using your legs, but essentially the entire body. The sledgehammer is one of our favorite exercises in your fighter conditioning training, targeting the full body, and you can expect the intensity and the heart rate to go through the roof on this one. Go hard this one. Come on. You'll actually see here Marcus's heart rate and work zones. He's wearing a heart rate monitor at the moment. He is in the red zone at 172 beats per minute. So you can see that he is in these peak heart rate zones that we are looking for. When you're in the red zone, you are working at a 90% plus work rate. So we are where we want to be in today's session. And the sledgehammer, we can only expect this number to go up. The hammer, for those that want to know, it is an 8-kilogram hammer. It is actually a gym hammer, so we have purchased this from NC Fitness. I guess you could use a hammer from Bunnings or any other hardware store, but this being 8 kilos, 10% of Marcus's body weight does ensure that we are, you know, working hard and using a weight that is going to challenge him as well. So just a little bit about the hammer.
It's bloody heavy.
How are you, Rachel? Good. Okay, we are up to exercise 8. We have the assault bike. Probably the last 3 that we have left. I should say we have saved the best for last. These last 3 exercises are going to be extremely tough. We have the assault bike, the ski machine, and the rower. The assault bike being one of the hardest pieces of cardio equipment you can use, using the lower and the upper body movements. The benefits, the push and pull in the upper body. The legs will burn like crazy through this fan that we have, which is a resistance for the assault bike. So we can expect the heart rate to go absolutely through the roof for these last 3 exercises. So again, just going off Marcus's heart rate monitor, we are just at the 177 beats per minute on this exercise, which is the assault bike. Marcus's maximum heart rate is 185, and we are sitting at 175 on the assault bike. So we are nearly hitting maximum heart rate for Marcus. He is working extremely hard throughout this session. So keep tuning in. 178.
Pick it up on here. That's my heart rate here. Smart thing.
For those that don't know, Marcus's fight name is The Machine, and it is reasons like this in his training where you can see him gritting his teeth, working extremely hard, and perhaps going beyond what other people are able to do. He is The Machine. He's working extremely hard, keeping it up. Our heart rate hasn't dropped below 174 for these last sets, and we've managed to hit the 180 mark. So nearly hitting the peak heart rate, but sitting in that maximum 90+% zones. Two to go. Exercise 9, we have the ski erg, which Marcus is on here. Again, like a lot of our other exercises, targeting the entire body. This is a killer on the core, the legs, the lats, and triceps. But again, incorporating as many muscle groups as we can in fighter conditioning training, and wanting to get that heart rate up as high as we can. So again, we are sitting in the red zone throughout this ski machine, and it is extremely hard to back up after the assault bike. So Marcus is in his final few sets here. With the skier, we're looking at reaching as far as we can, full extension, and we're looking at driving through the entire body, dropping through the legs, and pulling through the handles to create the most efficient rows and reps throughout the ski erg. He's working hard. Exercise 9, we've been working for a total of 34.5 minutes. We do have the rower, which is the last exercise. So total work of time, 34.5 minutes, pushing hard. So in the total of the 8 sets, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, so only 2 minutes and 40 seconds of work, we've managed to get 800 meters total on the ski erg, so that is a great distance for that amount of time. Last exercise we have here, which is the rower. We've almost saved the best for last. The rower has been one of Marcus's best friends in his fighter conditioning training. Today with Tabata training, we're doing 20 on, 10 off, but you could see Marcus in any of his other training sessions doing 800 meter sprints, 5 kilometer efforts, you name it, Marcus has done it on the rower. So implementing this as his last and 10th exercise in tonight's training session. We're going to see what he's got left in the tank.
Love-hate relationship.
Set 1, 7 to go. Set 2. We're averaging over 100 meters for each 20-second set, so we're at a total of 230 at the moment. Three down, 5 to go. Marcus knows that this is the 10th station, so he's really going to give everything he's got into this last station tonight. There's nothing else after this. He's going to cool down. We're going to leave it at that. So he's going to leave everything on the line for this last station, the rower. Set 4. Four to go, 4 down. We're at 450 meters, so still averaging, well, at this rate, 110 meters per set. Set 5. 3 to go. Set 6. We're at a total of 670 meters, so still averaging over 110 meters per 20-second effort. We have 2 to go, last 2 sets. Giving everything he's got, last 2. Set 8. He's got 20 seconds left, and like in a fight, he's going to give everything he's got till the last buzzer. So this last 20 seconds, we're going to see Marcus work the hardest, because he's going to get everything he's got. Last 20 seconds. A total of 904 meters in the 8:20-second efforts. And that is the 10 stations of Tabata with Marcus Burke.
Hi guys, that's one of my sessions I go through week in, week out. That's one of my 12 to 13 I do. Hope you enjoyed seeing what I go through week in, week out. It's Marcus Burke signing off.
All right, guys, we've just finished the session with Marcus Burke. He's just jumped in the shower. He's got to work in a minute now, but great session. Again, Tabata style training, one of Marcus's many sessions that he does each week with the purpose of solely working hard for 20 seconds and recovering for 10 seconds and maintaining that through 8 efforts or 8 sets. The 10 exercises today were targeting the full body, absolutely everything, and again designed to improve his fighter conditioning training, or to improve his conditioning training for his fighting, I should say. So mission accomplished. Another great session at Personal Performance Training Centre. Follow our player profile videos for any further training that we do. And just remember, you don't have to be a professional or sports athlete to train at PPTC. We train all levels, from your first timers, your average Joe, to high performance athletes. So if you are interested at all in starting your fitness journey, contact us at Personal Performance Training Centre and we can help you out.